Hi everyone, so today we're going to go over a few things and we're going to start with the backpack feature in Scratch. Now the backpack will let you take things from other people's projects like the sprites, the backdrops, the scripts, the sounds, anything that you want. You can just take, if it's just one thing, you can just take it, or you can take as many things as you want. It's like remixing, but you can just select what you want and not just take the whole project. So I'm going to just show you how you would do it. You would find a project that you like. I'm going to try this Backdrops #1 by Sophia Codes. And you go to click on the See Inside block or button, and you can see everything that's inside the project, and this is where you can take any of this stuff. What you would need to do is just open your backpack, and that's down at the bottom. You see your backpack, and you can just click on the top there and it opens, and you can take whatever you want. If you want to take a script, you can take a sprite, you can take the backdrops, which are under, you got to click on the backdrop here and then go to the backdrops tab. You can take any of the backdrops. Okay, and then if you don't want something, you should be able to right click and delete, but mine's not working, so I'm going to go up to the scissors and use the scissors to delete. So I don't really want the sprites, I just wanted the backdrops. So I'll just delete that. Now I have these backdrops in my backpack. I'll just close that up, and I'm going to go to my project page and create something new. Now we're going to go over how to create a story now in Scratch. So what I want to do is I want those backdrops that I put in my backpack. So I'm going to click on the backdrop area here, and then I want the backdrops listed over here so I can add them. Now click on your backpack, and then you can just drag them out and add all of those backdrops to your project. Now when I'm done, I'm going to have to remember to add Sophia Codes in my credit and say thank you for letting me use your backdrops. So now I have backdrops. So you need a few backdrops if you're going to have a story. And then I'm going to have probably 2 sprites would be good. So I'll take one and another one here so they can talk to each other. I'm going to turn my cat around. So I have to go to the info, turn him this way, in this direction, the -90. So it looks like they're talking to each other. Now I want to go into events, and we have to set up when the flag is clicked, because that's always how we want to start our project, or at least this project. And you got to set your scene. So when the start of the scene, I want this background to appear. So I have to go into looks, and I have to say that when the flag is clicked, I want this backdrop, which is called backdrop 5. So back to my scripts, and I want when flag is clicked, switch backdrop to backdrop 5. And I want to show this sprite. Now this sprite is the cat sprite, because this is the cat that's selected. Now I want to add some script to my other sprite and have it be when the flag is clicked, I want this sprite to hide. So let's try it out and see what happens. Okay, so right now we have just one sprite when the flag is clicked, and the tree with the flower is our backdrop. Now we want to have a button. We don't have to, but you could add a button that changes the scene. I'm going to use the arrow, and I'll put it down here. I'm going to make it a little smaller, shrink it. And then for this, For this one I want, when the sprite is clicked. So when this sprite is clicked, I'm going to use, under the looks, switch the backdrop. So once you click this arrow, it's going to switch the backdrop and go to the next scene. So let's just go to, you can choose whichever backdrop you want, or you can do next backdrop or previous backdrop. So I'm just going to do next backdrop. So let's try that when the sprite is clicked. It's going to this. So now we're at the second backdrop and the cat is there alone. Now we can have the girl Abby appear by doing by clicking on the Abby sprite and then adding the event when backdrop switches. And this is backdrop 4. When the backdrop switches to backdrop 4, we want Abby to show. So let's try this from the top. Just click on the green arrow. She's not there. We have the right backdrop. The cat's there. The sprite, arrow sprite is there. And when we click on that, it goes to backdrop. Oh, maybe it's not backdrop 4. What backdrop is that? Oh, backdrop 4 is the winter scene. Okay, so we want Abby to show up in backdrop 3. Okay, since the backdrops are confusing me by their names, I'm gonna rename them quickly. So this one's gonna be named Table. This one's gonna be named Winter. And this one is going to be Tree. Okay, so now we want Abby to show up when the backdrop is at the table we want her to show. Okay, so when the flag is clicked, she's not there, but there the cat is with the tree. Click on the next arrow. Okay, and there she is. There was a little glitch there. So when oh, it's still, okay, we gotta switch all these. Okay, when the flag is clicked, it's gonna start at the tree, right? Okay, so here we go, we're at the tree, so we switch the backdrop to the table. And the cat is there, and so is Abby. Now we want to go over the broadcast blocks. Those are found under events. And if you want, you can go to the block help and click on them. They're all here. There's 3 of them. When I receive message, broadcast message, and broadcast message, and wait. Now you can add new messages, or you can go with what is there for right now, which is fine. So if you clicked on the help, it tells you what the broadcast blocks do. The broadcast blocks, there's the ones that you can hook up below the event blocks here. They call them hat blocks. I guess they look like hats. And then there is one hat block that is a broadcast block that will receive the message and activate a script. So this is, instead of having anything clicked, it just happens automatically when a broadcast is received. Okay, so then the broadcast blocks will send a message to the sprites, and this one will wait, and this one will just send the message right away. This one will wait until the sprite does what it needs to do, and then it'll activate this script. So let's just go ahead and try it out because that's the easiest way to learn. So we want the cat when the backdrop, we're going to do the cat sprite. Add the script to the cat sprite. When the backdrop switches to table, we want the cat to say hello because now Abby's in the picture. And then we want the cat to broadcast a message. We'll just call it message 1. So that when Abby, we'll click on Abby, and we'll add when I receive message, she'll play a sound. We'll have her play, we'll do pop. And she will also say, hello, so good to see you. Okay, so let's just try it all out from the beginning. Green arrow, this is the right scene, and then we click on the next. The cat says hello, she says pop, hello, good to see you. And that's how you make a story. So go ahead and play around with using the backdrops. Now don't forget, the broadcast blocks. Don't forget when you take something and you have added it to your backpack and added it to your project, that when you complete, you want to add that to your credits, notes and credits. So I want to say thanks to @Sophia Codes for the backdrops. So it's always nice to give credit to people if you've taken anything from their profile page, one of their projects. And of course, don't forget to give it a title, my first story, and we'll add it to the studio, create a story, and that is it for today.